Guys, what's up? What's going on out there today? Yeah, Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. Another episode of the Tennis Mindset Project. And look, today is December 31st, 2024. Happy New Year to you. And I don't know about you, but I'm really fired up for 2025. I got some things I want to work on in my game, both technically and also mentally. And look, I'm getting back into some tournaments after taking this year off. My wife Maya and I were up in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. We're building a second home up there, and yeah, I'd spent a lot of time up there this year. So just played a couple of tournaments earlier this year, but that's about it. So really looking forward to getting back into it. Look, guys, what I've got coming up for you starting tomorrow, January 1st, is we're to do 31 days of what I'm calling a daily fundy, a fundy as in fundamental. And I posted something, I don't know, about a week ago or so, and the title was, You Never Outgrow the Fundies. You never really outgrow the fundamentals. And the quick story that I shared then was, when I was working with Tom Stow, I was probably 2 or 3 sessions into it. We kept working on the same thing over and over and over again. I eventually went, Coach, Mr. Stowe, when are we gonna start working on the advanced stuff? And he just looked at me like, you're an idiot. Uh, once you master these fundamentals, guess what? That is the advanced stuff. So I think way too often we get bored with what the fundamentals are, what the basics are. We get decent at them, but we don't really ever really seem to master them until we realize that these are just these are the things that if you don't have them in your game, you're just going to be holding yourself back forever, kind of looking for that magic bullet or that quick little fix somewhere out there on YouTube. Um, it's just not going to happen. So I'm going to give you 31 days of a different fundamental. Could be swing tech, could be mental, could be tactical. Maybe we'll do a little tough love on some fitness stuff as well. But look, I want to just start this off by saying, look, Happy New Year. Let's get into it in 2025. Really, let's really take this skill level up wherever you're at right now. And maybe it's just narrowing down that skill level range that you're playing at. I mean, one day, man, you're playing out of your mind. You're at that next skill level for the day or for a set or whatever, and you go home that night. Hey, babe, I got it figured out. And the next day you show up and not so much. That skill level's now dropped down to here. What we want to be able to do during this month with the fundamentals is making sure that you're consistently playing at the very top of your skill level range, what I call your SLR. And when you do that, the confidence that you get when you go out every day knowing that you're going to be playing within a very narrow skill level range that's at the very top, um, of where you're currently playing, I mean, confidence just goes through the roof. And that's when you start to make the move up to the next skill level. So, um, look, here's what I want you to do right now. If you haven't already done so, is I want you to start with what I think, at least for me, has been a real game changer, and I know for a lot of my students, in terms of mental toughness. And mental toughness happens between points. Toughness happens on side changes all the time, all those times, which is about 80% of the match when we're not playing points. If you look at if you were to record one of your matches and start to really figure out, like in the first set, well, how much time was really spent actually playing points? On average, it's only about 20% of the time. What that means is that when you manage the 80% of the match time in between points and on side changes, when you manage it super well, guess what? You tend to play at the top of your skill level, point after point after point. So if you've not already done so, I've got a 9-minute video for you. It's free. It's right down below. There's a link that will take you over there to get signed up for it. Just drop in a first name, email address, and you will be all set, ready to go. And I want you to dig into what are my 4 parts between points routine. It's a system, right? I'm super disciplined to it, and it's made a huge difference in my game and so many of my students as well. Again, 9-minute video, short, free, down below. Click the link, first name, email address, and you will be all set to go. All right, look, I'm looking forward to the month of January. we're going to work on a different fundamental every day, a Fundy, and all I'm asking of you is to just kind of stick with this thing for a month, right? For the month of January. And then when you go out and practice, I want you to pick out one thing, and that's it. Just pick out one thing for that day, and just even if it gets boring during that day, just stick with it. And I think you're going to find, come February of 2025, whoa, all of a sudden you're feeling different on the court. Guys, that's it for me today. Look, any questions, any comments, any remarks, right down below, let me know. Love to read your stuff and respond to it, down there in the comments area for sure. And that's it. Let's get out there. Last day of the year. Let's make it really count, right? And for sure, we got to get out there, help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, I am looking forward, to the month of January 2025. Guys, we'll start tomorrow. I'll see you then.